Why are we doing it? Where are we going?
Why? What? Ooh, what? We're in Paris!
It's called Le Weekend, a British film set in Paris which is being shown at the New York Film Festival and opens this week in Britain. It's the story of a couple who returned to Paris where they spent their honeymoon to celebrate their 30th wedding anniversary. Their marriage isn't all smooth sailing.
You make my blood boil like nobody else.
They've been rumbling along in their own different channels and relating from time to time and struggling and bickering and then carrying on without really addressing it.
With two veteran British actors, Jim Broadbent and Lindsay Duncan, playing the married couple, it's a skilled portrayal of a marriage that's quite unlike the honeyed renderings of marital relations you might witness in a Hollywood film.
I find that actually more invigorating and inspiring and hopeful than something which is a little soft lie about who we are and how we live intimately with another person.
Do I please you, monsieur?
The film has an intelligent screenplay fashioned by Hannah Qureshi. It's directed by Roger Michell, who's collaborated with Qureshi on 3 previous films to good effect.
Anybody in any kind of relationship that's lasted for more than a couple of weeks will understand and be able to relate to the kind of odd polarity that seems to exist in intense human relations between loving and hating.
Welcome here. Would you like some champagne? Please.
American actor Jeff Goldblum portrays a character who plays a catalytic role in the picture, orchestrating a get-together that results in a stunning moment of revelatory honesty.
Lost you. Come on in. I didn't see... Oh, look at that. Come on in. I'm going to introduce you.
Jeff's character is hugely successful and wealthy and charismatic and apparently at ease in the world, and my character is not any of those things. So there's a confrontation, not an argumentative confrontation, but there's a meeting of those two elements.
Aesthetically, the picture borrows heavily from the French New Wave film movement of the 1960s, more specifically from the defining French New Wave film Breathless, shot in Paris and directed by Jean-Luc Godard.
The New Wave absolutely hovers over every frame of this film in a way, although I don't think never having seen a New Wave film won't compromise your enjoyment of the film. And these characters would have loved those films in their youth. They would have gone to see all these Godard movies.
Le Weekend has been well received at the New York Film Festival, with much critical praise going to Jim Broadbent and Lindsay Duncan for their acting. But despite the critical approval, it could be a bit of a challenge to sell this film to a broad audience. The picture is probably going to be perceived as an older person's movie. But the cast thinks younger people will be drawn to this picture because it could throw light on their parents' relationship.
It's intriguing for young people to get a chance to look at how their parents feel about themselves, you know, all their hopes and fears and the things they have to deal with in being themselves individually and then trying to hack it as a couple. But I don't think you have to be in a 30-year relationship to see this. Why have you got your constipated face on?
Le Weekend has strong basic ingredients, a very good screenwriter, talented actors, director and crew. Together they have demonstrated how a modest endeavour in the film business, the picture was shot in just 21 days with a tiny crew on a limited budget, can yield excellent results.